Well, hey everyone. Good morning. Today is Monday. It is June the 2nd, and I have a what sold over Saturday and Sunday. I have 10 items going out. 2 of these did actually just sell. I woke up to the sales, but I'm going to go ahead and ship since they're super early morning sales and I have not done my shipping yet. So they are shipping out as well. So I'll show you those 2 items. Everything you're gonna see is bread and butter. I did not have an amazing sale over the weekend. It is just straight bread and butter sales. But they are what's paying my bills right now. So, and I say bills and I mean debt, because if you're following my journey, you know I am paying off our debt with my reselling business. So here we go. Let me get into my eBay. Let me know how you did over the weekend. Okay. So let's do the 2 items that sold. These are I'm gonna do the eBay sales first, and then I had 1 Merkari and 1 Facebook actually. So I'm trying to do this in order, but I should have like put everything in order to do this in order. So, I never have my stuff ready for you guys. I'm sorry. This is a Chances Are women's lightweight chambray feel split hem midi skirt, size medium. I got this. I know I had this. Oh, you know what? I didn't have this in this year's. This just sold this morning. So this is old inventory. It is from last year. And it's like a kind of, I guess, a boutique-ish brand. It looks kind of like a boutique-ish skirt, but super cute. The hem is, like you can see, it's kind of split in the front. Very, very cute. This had actually sold before and the people never paid. And then it just sold again for $12.99. They used my my 10% off coupon, so they saved $1.30. My net profit on this for this year is $9.81. I'm pretty sure I got this in a bag sale at one of my local little favorite thrift stores. So I am just glad to see it go. It would not have cost me more than like $1.50 maybe. A lot of times I try to get my cost of goods under $1, so a lot of times they're like 80 some cents, 90 some cents. And it's going out in a 10 by 13. I'm trying to get this done because it is 8:20. I'm going to the flea market booth today, which is an hour away. Today is Goodwill 75% off of the color day. Yeah, so this is a men's polo golf Ralph Lauren men's golf Bermuda flat front shorts, size 34 plaid. I really wasn't sure about this. This is a last year item as well. There's the polo golf. And the yellow plaid, I just really wasn't sure. So got this last year. It has sat for a while. I got an offer of $11 yesterday and I took it. So, I mean, it is golf season now for sure. Men are in the thick of it, and women, sorry. I'm not a golfer, so I don't ever include myself in that. I tried once, it just made me really mad and I cussed a lot. So I was like, this isn't for me. It's causing me stress. This is $11. And my net profit was $9.03, and that's without a cost of goods for this year. So I'm basically making my money back plus whatever. So I'm glad to see it go because, you know, I think I've had it for over a year. I know I've had it for over a year actually, but I may have got that at one of my Goodwill bins trips. I don't know. It's been a while though since I've been able to go to the Goodwill bins. This is a personal closet item. There's actually two. The first one is an Old Navy women's size XL tall dress lot, chambray and black. So this is the chambray Old Navy dress. This is from my personal closet. Did I thrift them? Yes. And then I kept them in my personal closet and then I never wore them. So when I went through my closet not too long ago, I know I've talked about that. You've seen several pieces actually sell from my personal closet. So this is two of them. I'm kind of glad I have another one that's another dress that's selling today. People are going by in mowers, so I'm hoping that's not too loud on you. And then my husband is probably gonna arrive, so you'll hear his truck. He's not feeling well. He actually stayed home from work, which is a rarity. He's not one of them that ever calls in, but his stomach is really bugging him today. So, and then this is the black one, and it's kind of like a ribbed long sleeve, kind of a fall. I would say it's more like a fall piece. And of course, here it is with the black. I'm like, I don't know where my roller went, so I'm using this little, I'm using the head of the roller without the handle. I can hardly ever keep my garage door open because of all the activity in our neighborhood. Like there's always like landscapers or bug control people or lawn guys every single day, every day. I mean, you know, people are keeping up with their house, but it's like, I would love to open the garage door today because it's so beautiful. Okay. So this set, I can't remember, I think I listed it for like $14.99 from my personal closet. Yes, I did thrift them. So I did initially have a cost of goods on these, but since I kept them and they've been in my personal closet, I don't have a cost of goods on them. I got an offer for $12 and I just accepted it just to get rid of them because they, you know, number one, they're Old Navy, so they could potentially sit a while. Now, Old Navy will sell, not for a ton. Like if you're a Goodwill bins person and you can find some nice Old Navy pieces, you know, you're gonna, I mean, it's definitely on the lower end of bread and butter, but it's like super saturated. Old Navy is, but you know, I sell Old Navy all the time. So, but these, I did accept the offer for $12. And after everything is said and done, I made $804. So not a whole lot, but for clearing out my own closet, I'm happy with that. You know, I could have just donated these. A lot of people probably would have just donated these back, but I just decided I could lot them up and sell them. So that's what I did. So going out in a 12 by 15. Okay, another Old Navy dress from my personal closet. This did sell on its own for $10. And this is a really pretty like tropical floral maxi spaghetti strap that ties on the top. It was a size large and just a nice like oversized like maxi. Very cute. I think it's super cute. Did sell for $10. I have no cost of goods in this, and my net profit was $8.55. Which, you know, all of these items that you see selling are all bread and butter. They all fall into the category of lower net profit, but hey, without these, I wouldn't have had sales this weekend. So, you know, I'm okay with it. My numbers were definitely down this week. And we're gonna go over all my numbers. I'm gonna give you an update of 8 weeks of paying off my new debt that I'm paying off. Last week was the 8th week, so I've made 2 months of payments. And this is going out in a 10 by 13. Okay, this was a piece I purchased this year at the local Goodwill, and it is a Uniqlo women's seamless swimwear, one piece, rust, new attack, size medium. I picked this up on 75% day. I got it for $2.18. And it's definitely like, it reminds you of kind of like an athletic top. It's like just a seamless swimwear, one piece swimwear. It's kind of that material that could snag easy, but it was new with tag. The tag says $29. And I've heard other resellers talk about Uniqlo, so I was like, well, I'll just give it a try since it was 75% off. This sold on Saturday for $15. I always charge shipping on eBay. My net profit was $10.58. I got this May the 5th, so it is a fairly new piece. The color on the tag says brown, but it's like a rust orange, so I did disclose that because I felt like it was a weird, I don't know. I was like, why are they saying this is brown when it's not? But so I described it as rust orange. This I've had for a little bit. It's Wrangler Flex Waist Boys Bootcut Jeans, size 14 regular, new with tag. And just some nice boys jeans. I did receive an offer on these. I don't know if it's the same person, but they offered $5 on Poshmark a couple days ago. It might not be the same person. I don't know. I declined that because I'm sure that they were considering the $8 and whatever cents for their shipping, but I just couldn't do that. So I just declined it and went on. And then I ended up selling these on eBay for $10. And my net profit, these are last year's item. So I'm pretty sure I got these in a bag sale though. So my cost of goods would have probably been around a buck. My net profit's $7.05. So going out in a 10 by 13. So it could be the same person and they just came and realized, you know, the shipping was cheaper on eBay and they just decided to buy them, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Here is a very long tail item I've had for a while. So a lot of these items you see are last year or even the year before. I could have had these for 2 years. They are vintage Gitano vintage Gitano mom jean shorts, high rise, light turquoise, size 16, inseam is 5.5. So very vintage. Here's the Gitano. Some people call it Gitano. So very cute, definitely mom jean, like vintage, and I've had them forever. I've had a lot of looks at them. But you know, sometimes vintage pants and shorts kind of scare people because the way they fit. You definitely have to know the measurements. I myself, my body does not do well with trying to guesstimate. I have to try on everything. But anyway, these finally sold. Finally getting them out of here. They sold on Saturday for $10.99. They did use my 10% off coupon. My net profit is $7.25, and that's without cost of goods because I claimed them probably 2 years ago. So going out in a 10 by 13. Very happy to get that out of here. My last eBay sale over the weekend was this Udo's truthfully, I don't know how to say this. I think this is like an Amazon brand. Let's see. Here it is. Udus. Size large. And it's this athleisure midi dress, skirts, women's large, built-in shorts, racer back. So there's some shorts under here, and it's a racer, or it's a midi skirt. I actually got this for myself, and I got it at the Goodwill this year on March the 7th. I did pay $6.10 because, like I said, I thought I was gonna probably keep this, and I really thought, well, if I don't like it, I'll just probably sell it on Facebook, local or something. And I ended up posting it. I did not like it on me. I was like, nope, this ain't for me. And I posted it when I was like, I might as well just list this, even though I know I'm probably not gonna make a ton, because I'm pretty sure it's like an Amazon brand. So the comps, I posted it at $16.99 and it did sell. They used a 10% off coupon. My net profit is only $4.95, but for something that I thought I was buying for myself, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. So just make my money back at this point, right? So there's that. And then I had, oh, I forgot I did have a Poshmark sale. Go me. Sometimes I don't know. You guys know my deal with Poshmark. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know how these people make money on Poshmark, but it's just because I'm just so used to eBay that I make it harder than it probably is on myself. But I was really surprised this hasn't sold yet. This is a Ralph Lauren black label, relaxed fit, linen blouse, roll sleeves, small. This is like a black label Ralph Lauren. Now the black label Ralph Lauren is, I'm pretty sure, different. When people say black label, I think it just says Ralph Lauren black label, and that's like the high-end black label. This is a black label Ralph Lauren. So there's so many different like steps on Ralph Lauren products, which makes it easy, but it also makes it hard sometimes to figure out. This is definitely linen. It is so nice. And you know what? I forgot to actually write this one down in my spreadsheet. So I can't give you the numbers on this one, but I had posted it originally for $28, and I was offered $17 on Poshmark. I'm pretty sure it was $17. I don't know why I forgot to write this one down. I've been in a rush this morning trying to, yeah, it was $17. I got it offer and I decided to take it. So my earnings are $13.60, and that's without a cost of goods, but I'm pretty sure I got this year. We can see if I can maybe find it in my inventory. So I'm just glad to kind of get it out of here. Let me see if we can pop it up real fast. Okay, so I'm gonna do Lauren. I buy a lot of plaid flannel. That's not it. Black label, blue, white stripe men's. No. Nope, I don't see it. So I could have bought it at the end of last year, most likely. Yeah, I bet it was last year. So anyway, you guys know me though. Usually my cost of goods is pretty small. So unless I know it's something that's gonna you know, I pay up when I'm pretty sure I'll make a decent profit. I use these priority stickers to help kind of seal these labels sometimes, but okay, so since it is Poshmark, I'm using a padded flat rate envelope. Okay, and then I have a Merkari sale, which was a super big surprise. I need to adjust my, yeah, I need to adjust. It's not showing these sold on eBay. I'm just seeing that because I have 2 quantities of them. So I need to get that fixed. But these are Ankyo dinosaur party hat, cake topper, toy figurine, lot, plastic. These are just like a birthday party cake topper or figurines. They're all dinosaurs and like party hats. These sold for $20 on Merkari. Now on Merkari, I do not, I was out here working last night and I literally, you know, it's like when you work on stuff, you misplace stuff because you're, I don't know where my tape went. Anyway, I do not charge shipping on Merkari. So I know that whatever I charge, I'm going to have to pay the shipping as well. So these sold for $20. I got these May the 2nd. So not very long ago at a church garage sale. For my cost of goods was 20 cents. 20 cents on these, all 5 of these, 20 cents. So after shipping, my net profit was $11.73. So not too bad. So I've got my label in here. I've just got to find my tape. I am reusing a padded Amazon. And then this is a Facebook sale. And it is a lot of LOL surprise toys. I have sold a massive lot of these before and did really well on them. I got this at a Red Rack. Yeah, I'm sorry. My neighbors are mowing apparently. I got these at a Red Rack. My cost of goods was $5.19. So I did pay up, but I had just sold the other lot not too long ago. And I was like, okay, I know I can make money. I couldn't really tell how many dolls and stuff was in it. So I just kind of figured out a number and these sold for $19 plus, and they paid shipping. So my net profit was only $11.43 because I did pay up and I kind of regret paying up, but I'm not sad about it because they did sell. I got them April the 7th. So I actually found some LOL surprise stuff in my last haul. Actually, I think that's the haul that screwed up, guys. Yeah, I recorded a whole haul and I'm not able to list it or post it because it screwed up. But I got a toy lot, huge toy lots, and I have been going through things and I found some LOL stuff, so I just threw it in here just to give them some extra. So anyway, and I am reusing a Amazon, I'm gonna say poly. I don't know what these, it's like, yeah, it's like a paper poly. Anyway, I'm reusing that, but those were my sales over the weekend. Not the greatest, but I'm not gonna like be upset about it just because it kept my eBay going. And if it wasn't for those, I wouldn't have made any money. So over the week, I had 24 sales and it was okay. I'm gonna say it was okay. My net profit was $259.17. So not the greatest, definitely better last week. My 25%, I take 25% of my net profit every week and apply towards a piece of our debt. So right now I'm working on a big one. I started 8 weeks ago. Last week was the 8th week. So this week will be my 9th payment. I'm going to pay $64.79 extra. So I started, my first payment was paid off of the March 31st through April 6th week. And that's when I started paying this piece of debt. We owed over $9,100. So it was a big one. I still feel like I'm like, oh my goodness. But I'm consistently working on it, and that's what matters. My week 1 through 4, I paid an extra $257.53. And so last week was my 8th payment. So week 5 through 8, I paid an extra, so the second month, essentially, I paid an extra $374.96. So my total now for that piece of debt is $8,255.58. So look at that. Look at that go down. I cannot wait to see that go down under 8. And it just takes consistency. So, 2 months I've went, from 91 down to 82. Like, I feel like that is amazing. So can't wait to get going on month 3. And yeah, what do you guys think? How am I doing? So anyway, wish I could do a little bit better, and that's my goal. So I'm always going to work towards that. And thanks for joining, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.